again, everybody. It's Friday. It's the 14th. We're in the middle of November. And sorry for the delay. We had some technical difficulties. For some reason, I can only hear things through the computer and not through our TV, even though it was working perfectly fine earlier. But if you can hear us, that's in the end the most important. Obviously, Nick's not here. Otherwise, I'd have the art up. But guess who is here? Our good buddy Bill Cox.
Hey everybody, nice to see you again. You too, baby. So yeah, where is Nick, by the way? I hear he's late quite often on Fridays, isn't he?
He's just got stuff going on. I mean, he's working out deals. He's working out with. I don't know if there's still any lingering things with Diamond, but he's always fixing something. But then he gets here. But yeah, I now usually open the show, but I'm grateful you're here because I make up stuff that doesn't matter. I have to go on and on and on, but you actually have stuff to talk about.
I do, and yeah, I've got a show tonight at 9 o'clock because we have Comic Art Live this weekend,
Yes.
our 12th virtual show. So we're really excited about that. And at 9 o'clock tonight, we're going to have our kickoff event where we've got several artists who are participating in the mystery sketch. We'll be drawing live, and we'll just kind of have a fun hangout and enjoy watching people make artwork. And as we prepare really for the show to open tomorrow morning. So yeah, that's what we've got going on, and it's a weekend full of panels. There's going to probably be at least 7,000, maybe even more pieces of artworks for sale during the weekend.
Oh
And
wow.
yeah, I think right now we're over 350 exhibitors that are set up. So it's moving right along, kind of exactly what we expected. It's been very consistent with the number of pieces of art that get puts up every time, and the number of exhibitors. Today we were peaking at over 500 people on the website at any given moment because they were busy setting up their booths. Corey Rust wants to know if I'll be drinking tonight after 9. No, maybe after 11, but not after 9 because I'll be streaming on my channel, or on the CAF Plus channel at 9 o'clock tonight. No drinking until that's all over. Uh, but yeah, no. So Nick asked me to pop on here, and we were just going to talk a little bit about the weekend, and I didn't know what else he wanted to ask me about it. But at the end of the day, we're thrilled to be able to have this thing be such a mainstay in the collecting community for 6 years now. We've been running these virtual shows, and it's I think everyone is a little different than the next. We always have different panelists, and we get different people to come on and chat with us about the either the industry or the the hobby at large, the community, and it's always fun. But Fred Chamberlain suggesting I have a cordial. Okay, I could, but I won't. Maybe on Monday when it's all over. But
Okay.
but yeah, beyond that, it's always fun to because we have a lot of people that don't even though we've been doing these things for 6 years, that don't that aren't aware of what Comic Art Live is, and we do them twice a year, and it's fun. We literally will have almost 30,000 unique people come to the website this weekend just to look at the art for sale,
Nice.
and that's a lot. It's just, but it's fun because at the end of the day, there's I can't tell you how many users who've been on the site for long periods of time, like 20 years or more, and they're kind of experiencing these virtual shows for the first time, and it's always interesting to see who wants to set up a booth, and what artwork gets pulled out, because there's a few sellers who bring kind of the usual stuff, but there's always somebody who's in the market to buy a bigger piece, so they're shaking their collection up a little bit, and they're putting stuff out there that maybe they weren't offering for sale before Comic Art Live. So it's I always find something that I'd like to buy, even if I don't buy anything that weekend.
Really, really cool. Are you allowed to show some things that's going to be for sale?
We don't like to tease anything.
Okay.
There's
Okay.
enough sellers that take screenshots of their booth in advance of the show, so they put those out on their socials and share them. So that's, again, we prefer not to. We'll let the community do that. But again, really great stuff. I do all my usual searches for like Frank Whiteley art. There's new Frank Whiteley art for sale that wasn't on CAF. I know that's there's a few people out there who are fans of them. I always do my usual searches for like X-Men artwork, Dave Cockrum, And there's a fair number of pieces that that I haven't seen available for sale that are out there that again are kind of what I like to see from the community, bringing those types of pieces out there. We also have a lot of artists setting up this time around, which is fun. The last couple shows we've had, I don't know what the number of unique artists are, but when you count all the reps who have their artists accepting commissions over the weekend, I know it's pretty much well over 100 artists that are participating one way or another. If they're not bringing artwork, they're accepting commissions. We have an indie hall now that I think there's over 30 artists that are set up in there right now. So yeah, it's a very diverse set of exhibitors to meet everybody's tastes, I think. Will Wayshack offer commissions? Marcus wants to know. He sold out last night, Marcus. So that is not going to happen. Though I know that John does have a booth. I haven't seen if he's put any artwork in it yet, but John has set up his exhibitor booth for Cal. So I would expect him to have something for sale. Jewish Dragons wants to know, do the 20 keywords available on the website and the 50 available in the app combine for 70 overall? No, they do not overlap, Jewish Dragons. Essentially, the website only allows you to have 20 keywords, but if you have the app, you can both manage those current 20 keywords and add another 30 as a premium member. So that's, but it's not cumulative. You basically can edit those 50 only through the app. So yeah, not cumulative, but the 50 keywords is a big benefit, as everybody knows. If you're a premium member, before the before the hall even opens at 11 o'clock tomorrow to premium members, we send out a keyword email to matching people's want list keywords with artwork that's for sale that's dropping on Saturday, and that goes out a half hour before the hall opens, and that's where people get their previewing, is they get to see what's coming up, what matches what they want to buy, and then as soon as 11 o'clock hits and the hall is open, they can pretty much use the page that they're on to jump out and immediately go out and make purchase inquiries from that want list alert.
Cool.
Yes, it is.
I was gonna say, if anyone still has a question for Bill, please ask, because like Nick's the art expert. I'm still learning about everything. So if anyone actually wants to ask Bill anything, please.
Yeah, I'm watching it. Yeah.
How long Nick is gonna be.
Peter Rowe wants to know how when is the mystery sketch deadline? That is tomorrow at noon. Although the page will still be up there, at least for a few hours after that. But noon is really the cutoff time. For those who are going to be watching the show tonight at 9, we do the giveaway for mystery sketch right at the beginning of the show. We have 4 pieces of art that we give away. So if you want to be entered in the giveaway, you have to buy a mystery sketch before 9 o'clock tonight. And right now, I know last count I know we were over 350 purchases. So I've got to get all that queued up and ready for the 9 o'clock show. But yeah, you can buy your mystery sketches up until noon tomorrow. Don't wait till after that. But I do have I can show you what the panel schedule is for the weekend if you guys haven't seen that before. I'm going to share screen over here. Starting tomorrow at 2 o'clock, Kazer's going to have the first full panel of the day with Athenaeum. He and Sean Watkins will be talking about, kind of Sean's business. We've had Sean on before for a collector interview, but, never really talked to him directly about his work as a rep. But Sean's going to be setting up at OAX in February. He's going to have Matt Allison on with him, who will be announcing his pre-OAX commission opportunities as part of that. And I love Matt's artwork, and I think a lot of people on the chat too. So you're going to want to tune in. He's got a really good deal on sketch cards. That's all I can say. I'm definitely going to be picking up 1 or 2 myself. But anybody who likes Matt's work should tune in at 2 for that. I've got an art sale and conversation with Brian Hitch. He's been on the show before, but at 3 o'clock tomorrow, we'll be looking at pieces that he did exclusively for this weekend. He just did about 50 commission style pieces. He's obviously been working with Ghost Machine and doesn't work with Marvel and DC any longer, but I think he's been wanting to draw those characters for a while. So he just went nuts and drew a lot of 8.5 by 11, 11 by 17, and a few DPS size, commission style pieces that are amazing. Half of them could easily be covers in, on a Spider-Man book, Batman book, you name it. It's pretty awesome. And after Brian, what do we got? We have an animation, it's kind of a multi-purpose show. Matt DiTullio is going to be heading that one up at 4, where he'll be talking a little bit about the recent surge in prices and animation art, certainly as it relates to one of the recent Heritage auctions. But there'll be some announcements related to OAX as well as part of that one, and he's going to have, I think, 3 or 4 different guests on with him. So that's going to be a fun one. And then Tatiana's running an interview with Sia, and she's going to be announcing her pre-OAX opportunities during that. You get the vibe. In the fall, we have a lot of OAX crossover, which is good because we don't have to like pile these up throughout the 3 months in advance. We get to do a lot of them at this point. Pre-OAX, Marcus, that's right. OAX. Anyway, then we're doing a fundraiser, and Matt DiTullio will be running that one. I'll be producer Bill on that one. He's got, I think, like 40 pieces of art that he's going to be offering for sale, with a fair amount of the proceeds going to the Patricia Allen Fund. And so he'll explain that charity. And again, I kind of get to preview all the pieces he's bringing to that, and it's good stuff. If you're familiar with the art drops that Matt does, you'll see a lot of artwork that you would be interested in. It's all very nice. Then we have a 2-hour panel starting at 7. Matt Sardo is going to be running that one. It's all indie related, so there'll be a lot of the artists that are set up in Hall I will be swinging in at different times and talking about what they have for sale. There'll be a lot of kind of community-based conversations about the indie scene, and I believe there'll be definitely a few special guests. Jamie Jones will be joining in. And you can see we haven't even announced Jamie Jones as a guest of OEX, but we will at that point, because he actually is going to be talking about what he's going to be doing there as well. That's not true, Marcus. I'm not changing my name, Derek. I promise you that. And then tomorrow night at 9 o'clock, we always do a show with with Jiggy's crew from Next Comic Art, and they've put together kind of a artist choice commission style theme show. There's no, like, a lot of times we've done Spider-Man, Batman, X-Men, you name it, themed art drops with them in the past, but they decided to do a straight up whatever they wanted to draw kind of a thing. And I think there's about 70 pieces there. There'll be, I think, 5 of the pieces will be auctioned off. I got to see the artwork today, and it's awesome. It's always, Jiggy's crew always kind of outdoes themselves when they're putting together art for shows for us. And the 9 o'clock show tomorrow is going to be a lot of fun. And Jiggy's got a hard cutoff at 10, so we got to like fly through those pieces to get through them all. That'll be interesting. Then I shouldn't forget Anthony. Anthony kicks us off on Sunday like he always does. He'll be hanging out in the warehouse, probably singing songs and showing off some artwork with his wife Sharon. And after that, we'll have Paulo Rivera on. He is going to be auctioning off a few pieces and doing one of the pieces live. He's going to take a commission to start the show, and then he'll be working on that piece for the hour that we're having our panel interview.
And what else? Good news.
Amy's doing the whole show. That's the good news.
Well, we're almost done here, Nick. I'm glad you can make it, though.
We had some difficulties.
What else we got here? Then we got a 2 o'clock show on Sunday, all pre-OAX with the team from Splash Page. The 3 o'clock show is going to be fun. You got Tatiana running that. You're going to have Julie Bell and George Pratt, James Martin, and Addie Granov will be on with them announcing their pre-OAX and chatting with Tatiana. So that's going to be a good one. I mean, just show after show, it's going to be a lot of fun. And then after that, Adam Kubert's going to actually stop by my house, Nick. He's going to be, we'll just have, instead of having 2 windows up there with us just talking, across the interwebs with each other, Adam is going to join me in the office, and we're going to announce his pre-OAX stuff, but he's also bringing some art for sale. So we'll be showing that off live, and I have no idea what the art is yet. He hasn't told me, I just asked him to bring like, a dozen pieces. So he's going to dig through his archives and hopefully bring some cool stuff that people have never had the opportunity to buy before. No monoprints, CJ. And then really we kind of wind things up with a game art conversation. Kazer's going to be heading that up. We've got some guests who are, video game, pinball machine art, that sort of thing. There's a couple of collectors who really specialize in that on comic art fans. If you haven't like wound up in their gallery, you should, because there's some pretty cool stuff out there. And so Kazer will be talking with them, and there's an OAX tie in with that as well. So I think
Marcus says that if you put gaming at OAX, he'll come in.
Oh, he will he? Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
does having Magic the Gathering art count as having gaming for Marcus to fly in?
That probably doesn't count for Marcus. I mean, it should, but it won't. But Marcus, you should tune in at 5:00 on Sunday to find out what we are doing there with regards to gaming. Everything is tied to OAX. You're right, Marcus. It's because as a company, we're interconnected divisions, right? I mean, all that stuff. We got so many things going on. There's all crossover, right? You got Comic Art Live and OAX and IC3. We got the app rolling out there now, the CAF Plus channel. They all work in harmony with one another. There you go.
And
that's it.
We got a new sub part of the convention, OGAC, Original Gaming Art Con.
There you go. Hey, you never know. Yeah, that's the Art Scout. Thank you, James Sooner Siegel.
I gotta go get the art in a minute. So.
All right, but I think that was the only thing there really to share on that screen. Let me see. Today you can actually check out all the artists who are accepting commissions on during the weekend. If you go over to Comic Art Live, which is linked up in the menu at the top, you can check out that list as well. You can click the exhibitors link. It's going to show you who has already set up their booths. So you get a preview. You don't get to preview any of the art, but at least you'll know who of your pals out there in the collecting community are going to be exhibiting this weekend. And the dealers as well. So,
you know what makes OAX and you know what makes the CapCon weekends really why they're still successful? There's a lot of initiatives that were started during COVID, and almost all of them have gone by the wayside. I showed up too early today, and I was thinking about this earlier today.
Yeah, no, it's true.
In my opinion, OAX and CapCon Live are by the fans for the fans, because everybody you brought in, even when you look at yourself, Kazra, but even when you bring in Tatiana, Matt DiTullio, everybody you've brought in to be a part of it, all are fans first. I don't think you have anybody working with you that did not come from the comic medium one way or the other. So that's what I think is keeping both OAX and CapCon Live so successful. Matter of fact, if you look at it to a degree, when you look at the booth set up either at CapCon Live or the booth set up at OAX, and there's nothing wrong with this when I say this, it's disproportionately fans. It's art collectors. It's people who love the medium. And that's why this continues to grow when other things that came out of the pandemic have stopped. Oh, please speak into them. Am I talking too low?
No, you're fine. I can hear you just fine. Maybe they can't out there, but I thought your audio was okay.
Okay.
It did not bother me. But no, I mean, it's at the end of the day, we have a lot of collectors help get it started, and a lot of the dealers and reps have always been a big part of Comic Art Live since we started it, and we have a lot more artists setting up these days than ever. And I think all of that, I mean, you could get stagnant if it only relied on like one part of the community to post artwork for sale, and you always you have hard fast expectations of what the show is going to be about. But I think now it's it's getting to be a little bit more diverse. It is a lot like OAX where people hold stuff back, or like Jason D'Ambrosio, he's chasing big expensive pieces these days, so he's letting go of some pieces he might not normally sell, and
yeah,
our show is the one to do it at.
Absolutely. And to Jeff, I think it was Jeff who said, I want a seat on the board. There's a problem with that, Jeff. My butt's too big. I can't fit in one seat, so they can't give me a seat on the board. I would have to get 2 seats, and that's too much. So, your casual comic fan is not investing. Absolutely, TJ, but still, everybody here is a comic fan lover. Nick demands 2 seats. I don't demand it. I just need one for each butt cheek because I'm that well-rounded, all in. So
Exactly. Yeah.
man.
But hey, but other than that, it'll be a busy weekend, and I would encourage everybody to swing by, watch a panel. If you're not a premium member, the hall's open for everybody at 1 o'clock tomorrow. So they're open from 1 o'clock tomorrow till 10 p.m. on Sunday.
But
So
if you're not a yearly member, you can still sign up right now and then get in at 11 tomorrow.
that is true. And even set up a booth, you still have time to do that as well. I mean, we allow premium members are the ones who can set up exhibitor booths, and we don't charge anything beyond the annual premium membership, which is today still $75, which is a good value. I mean, come on, that's just a little over $6 a month for all the services that we provide. So I think that's a bargain. And the 2-hour access, I can tell you that's one of the things that I think the community appreciated the most. When we did the first show, that was part of it. You had premium members got the 2-hour preview on Saturday, and that May in 2020, we probably had the biggest percentage increase in premium memberships ever, because everybody likes to have call it a competitive advantage or an opportunity to buy art ahead of everyone else, and that's what you get. And we encourage the sellers to bring their best stuff on their Saturday art drop, because if you're not familiar with it, we do 2 art drops. One happens at Saturday at 11 o'clock, and another one on Sunday. Anybody who has an exhibitor booth can put 24 artworks into their booth for each drop, so a total of 48 artworks for both days. But that gives everybody a reason to come back on Sunday at 11 to see the new artwork that has dropped for that day as well. So yeah, there. I think I got it all in there, Nick.
Yeah, no, look, it's going to be a great weekend. It's going to be a great show. It always is. And I will say this, there is a lot, not everything, but there is a lot of key art that does sell in the first 2 hours for people that have that edge. I mean, you'll notice on Saturday, usually the top 10 pieces, top 12 pieces barely move because they were all bought in the first 2 hours. And when I say top, I mean like the highest price, because people who have that money to be able to buy some of those pieces, they go in right away. I remember Dino, I think it was Dino, sold a $25,000 crisis page, like first thing he sold that day. On one of the cons. So
Oh yeah, no, there's always about 300,000-400,000 in sales in the first 3 hours of the show, and most of that happens in the first 2 hours of the show. So yeah, I mean it works exactly like it should. People bring the best art for that Saturday drop because it is exclusive, and heck, I mean I bought a couple expensive pages in the last few years. I bought that the end page to Uncanny X-Men 150. That wasn't cheap. And I bought a Daniel Klaus 8-ball page. That wasn't cheap. And I bought those in the first 2 hours of the show on Saturday. So, just like everybody else, it's like those are the pieces that you don't see come up to market too often, and that's your opportunity to get them.
Well, I mean, look, you earned it. So I'm going to go get art. Bill, if you want to just say a few last things, let me get the art for these guys.
I will. And then I'm gonna 8-balls go fast, Rick Welch. That's that is true. Not at CAF HQ though. Not at CAF HQ. We don't do 8-balls here. We do we stick to Zevia. See, that's a little plug there here on Nick's channel. The XP now is also endorsing and sponsoring or being sponsored by Zevia without getting paid for it. There we go. But beyond that, once Nick's show is over, if you want to tune in at 9 o'clock, I know that we'll have. I sent out invites to some artists, and we'll see who ends up showing up. Hopefully, we get a good turnout. We'll be able to watch a lot of the mystery sketches being drawn live at 9, and yeah, tune in just to see who wins the giveaway or giveaways. Right? We got four pieces of art that I need to get out and have ready to show off when we do the giveaway. Zevia Mania, Peter Rowe, you know your drinks, but yeah, beyond all that, Amy, Any final
I'm
questions for me?
I'm just making sure it doesn't feel so empty in here.
I do feel very alone. And, when I have no control, I can't click on a comment. I
Yeah,
can't.
yeah,
I
I understand. I know
I don't
it
like
can be
this
scary.
feeling.
So that's why I'm here. I am not. You're not alone.
Derek says that OAX 2026 will have Zevia on tap. Now that would be fun. We just got to get them to acknowledge the fact that we do a lot to promote their their beverage, and so far it hasn't happened. We've reached out to them and said, how about sending us a few free cases? We'll drink more online, while we're doing our streams. Nothing. I don't get it. They just haven't. They don't get how the power that we have on the channel. But hey, it is what it is. So Nick, we got to see your preview last night. So you got some good art to show off today.
I think so. For the first time ever, I'm going to break out my Pebbles and Bam Bam Charlton art. Also, my Beetle Bailey.
Nothing wrong with that.
I can never find the final page to this story, so I'm just going to put the 4 pages up. Maybe the person who has the 5th page will pick it up. And then we got a little bit of Cassaday for everybody who missed out on the Cassaday auction, which went very well. Thanks for helping there, Bill.
It did. I saw that. Like 340,000 in sales.
Yeah, yeah. So the family walked away with 270 or something, which was really nice. Thanks, Amy. And there's still more Cassaday art to go. So, no, it was really rewarding that it did so well. I'm glad that the planetary #1 went for over $50,000. That's pretty much how much John was once offered for it. The family gets like 44,000 of it or something, which is good. Check it out, Bill Morrison Avengers cover from a German edition.
Yeah, you got Thor choking out Loki right there.
Yeah, it's great, isn't it?
Oh yeah, no, I saw it last night. You panned right across it. I loved it.
Yeah, but yeah, it was really, really nice, and there are still a few things, and they're noted as such in the upcoming Heritage big auction. There's like 6 more pieces in there, and there will be a few more pieces here and there. So, Tom, I have not found any, but I will let you know if I ever do. Hey, you want to see something cool real quick? Tom sent me this, a printout of his
Miles wall painting.
Yep, which was pretty cool. And he also sent me a gift. He sent me this Red Sonja page with a blue line page there. And I did something that I never thought I would do, which is I sold him my Green Lantern. Well, we did a trade.
Yep. I saw that up close.
Yeah. And then he sent me this as a gift.
Yeah, I got one of those. One of those. Oh,
so,
man.
Have you seen the Red Sonja movie, Bill?
I have not. I hate to say it. I assume it's streaming now. I have no idea. I haven't seen a movie, a recently released movie since Superman.
And he gave me that. The print of his Broderick. What Heritage did, Peter, is they gave the entire hammer price to the Cassaday family. So when we talk about the $300,000+, that's inclusive of the buyer's premium. So
yeah, which is 25%. So
yeah.
So I mean, that's still, they have to report the sale for being what it is, since it includes the buyer's premium, but the family gets 100% of the hammer price. Which is fair.
Exactly.
They didn't take any percentage from the sellers.
Exactly.
Yeah. But Nick, I hate to say I got to run, but
no, go. You don't have to hate to say it. Thanks for.
I got work. I got to get done for my 9 o'clock, and I've got work to get ready for the panels tomorrow. But again, thanks for letting me come on here and let everybody know about the show this weekend. And Yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. I hope if you have time. I know you always got your phone in hand, but hope you get to enjoy the show and maybe see a panel or two. There's a lot of fun stuff that's going to happen this weekend. I hope everybody at least takes a little bit of time out to tune into Cal and enjoy it as well.
Marcus. Uh,
Marcus is never ending.
he is not, but
The
you
gift
know
that keeps
what?
on giving.
He is definitely the cheerleader of our industry, only always with tongue-in-cheek comments.
Exactly. All right. Well, listen,
Take care,
thank
Bill.
you, Nick. I appreciate it. Have a great show, and everybody, I'll see you guys later or sometime this weekend.
Mr. Red Jack, I can't wait to see what it is that you picked up. So I'm excited. God, I'm tired. Sorry, guys. All right, let's get right into it. Union Jack. Marcus does it his way. There you go. Number 3, page 7. These are beautiful pages. Union Jack is one of my favorite Marvel characters. And it's one of Cassaday's initial series at Marvel. It's just a beautiful page. Union dues. Hey, Amy, can you get me a Coke, please? Just such a great page. Looking at it, I mean, you got a little bit of action. Union Jack with a gun in hand, jumping off the bike. Guys with guns, Jack of all trades, exactly. 54 people watching, but 42 likes. Guys, let's get those likes up. Come on, let's get to 70 likes. And yeah, Nick is tired after. It's not the 5 minutes on there that got me tired. It's everything else that's happening in my life. This is from 1998. In 6 weeks, this will be 28 years old. But today it's 27 years old. Man. I mean, the thing you got to remember. Thanks, Amy. Mm-hmm. The thing that you got to remember more than anything. Oh, can you leave the door open?
There you go.
Thanks. This is right before he took over Planetary or created Planetary. So he graduated high school in 98. Oh, you're so young. My heart isn't in it anymore. Are you talking about because I'm tired or for another reason? Wow. And he drew this on October 18th, 1998. He actually put the full date on it. But again, if you saw look, the Cassaday art went for a good amount of money in the Heritage auction. So I'm bringing some of it here. All right, let's go to number 3, page 16 now. What do we got this baby at? $300. So cool. So cool. Remember Scott talking about, man, he drew this 12. Okay, this might be just when he signed them. Because there's no chance in hell he went from page 7 to page 16. And dated it on October 10th, 1998. Yeah, Coke should sponsor a show. Would help me. My accountant will be happier. It'll help the bottom line. So, look, John is a legend. You guys know he was one of my best friends. I think his art is fantastic. Up until now, I don't think I've ever sold any Cassaday art. I can't even remember if I traded any Cassaday art. But considering the auction did so well, took in a lot of money, but there were only 52 pieces, I'm bringing some other art of John's on the air. All right, let's go to Uncanny Avengers number 4. You got Thor, Havoc, Wanda, Red Skull. I don't remember all the other characters, but next year, Revolutionary War Quincentennial. That's a good idea, Peter. So, Uncanny Avengers, great page. A series that John, I can't believe this was 12 years ago, relaunched with Rick Remender, and just a great series. Great series all around. Let's go to Uncanny Avengers, number 2, page 20. Hey guys, always remember 20% down, the rest between, I don't know, 30, 60, 90 days. Happy to work with you. This is just a great page with all the villains. I mean, it's a splash page, but it's absolutely cover quality. I do miss the days with the letters. The Red Skull with its motley crew of villains. It's a beauty. Peter, Mike, how many people we got watching? How many likes do we have? So, this is just great. It's so powerful. I mean, they're facing off. The line work is incredible. Red Skull, if I remember correctly, has Professor X's telepathy power. So, hey, Carl, how you doing, man? What are you doing in Philly and not letting me know about it? Oh, man. Thank you, Kenneth. I appreciate it. Mr. 24/7. All right, so on the Heritage, they sold a Cassaday cover of Lone Ranger for $7,500. And it's one of the best covers. It's just Lone Ranger standing there. Dude, yeah, we could have had dinner. I see. Congrats on the Kickstarter, by the way. Was very happy to see how it ended for you. So on Heritage, I think that the Lone Ranger cover went for $7,500. There was a planetary cover with the Ballad of William Leather, which exploded. It's all right, Carl. I get it. The wife comes first. Ruben, just be happy you're not in any lawsuits. It's multiple lawsuits for this bankruptcy. So I think the planetary cover went for like $11,000 or $12,000, which was way over the budget I could afford right now. But I do have this Lone Ranger number 2 cover, which is so fantastic. Look at the glass breaking. Thanks, man. I did have steak last night. Well, Ruben, it's all one thing, but it is multiple back and forth. Diamond, Sparkle Pop, lawsuits. Yeah, you're right. I should get into law tuxedos. Yes, I did have Bacon Steak Fest last night. Or this is the cover of Lone Ranger number 8. Maybe it's not number 2. Maybe I should open my eyes better. Oh, wow. All you can eat hotspot at 11 last night. Oh, was it really bad? Shoot, that's one of the only movies I've been looking forward to. That'll be for the lawyer's own dynamite. Yeah, don't get me started. It's a total disaster. It is what it is. It's life. Although I could start my political career if this doesn't work out. I'll run for president. So I do love the original Running Man so much. Wawa's Gobbler. Hey, Jay, you know what we got to do?
What's that?
We got to From now on, find that video clip of a lot of people here won't get this, but the video clip of Rex saying "wam wam wah" or whatever it is, and then every once in a while during his show, pop it on.
Oh, he's gonna be so mad at me.
Wasn't good, Ruben? That is one of my favorite movies. Wow, I watch it like every Thanksgiving. I guess to a degree that makes it a Christmas movie. What the heck will we do on Fridays? You would take over, Alberto. So mwah mwah. Yes, he is gonna hate that. That's what's gonna make it so much fun. So yeah, different strokes like these lawsuits might give me. Yeah, I do know. I do know that. So anyway, to me, this is one of the more brilliant covers because it's just so great the way he intermixed. Pop up what Tom said about the cover. How he intermixed just. I think it's Cavendish. I mean, I haven't read this in 7 years. It's so perfect in the original. Why do another? Yeah, other King Bach, look whose work is shopping. Survey says. So anyway, this is a great cover. If you find made it work, Tom said. Because it could have fallen. I think what Tom said was this could have fallen flat, but he made it work. Okay. It's almost a cubism cover. It's the Cosmic Cube. Steve Harvey might have been too expensive. The money already went to the family, Alberto. The money. Oh, any price on this? Go ahead, Jay. Pop up the price. $4,000 for this Cassaday cover. So, and considering the last cover, like I said, in Heritage went for $7,500. Is this the Sinestro cover? Nah, no crossover there. No crossover there. At least I told you on it. You and Marcus are on the same page, Mr. Red Jack. So it is a beautiful cover. Lone Ranger rocks. I'm biased because we published the comic. Sherlock's Western Sinestro. It's lazy way out for all those Hollywood. Why sit down? Might actually be you ignore it. So yeah. Hidden Westro. That's good, Thorbury. Oh, I just brought the price down by saying it's Dynamite Comics. Man, you guys are cold. What are we up to on views and likes, everybody? Jay, what do we got on Facebook?
Facebook, we got 5 likes.
Okay.
I have 51 watching and 51 likes.
All right, not bad. If we get to 70 likes between the two platforms, I'll figure something out. 52 to 51. Can you get John to do for your time? Yeah, I said this one. Okay, so maybe not everybody heard it. And I told Albert I said this. I'm not shy. He laughed when I told him. What are remakes that have been made? Why don't we talk about that? Hey, Amy, what are remakes that have been made that where you thought the remake was worth making or better than the original? I would say Ocean's 11 is a remake that was better. Now, Are we going to talk remake and requel or just remakes?
How about we just stick to remakes?
Just, okay. The Hustler. So Color of Money, that was a sequel.
First one that comes to mind, Bright Night.
Bright Night, yeah, I like the new Bright Night. I liked it.
The Fly.
I didn't watch The Fly. I saw the original. Wait, okay. The Jeff Goldblum is the remake, right?
Yes.
Yeah, it was okay. I wasn't that crazy about it. Cape Fear, okay. Like I said, first on my list is Ocean's 11. The Departed, okay.
Yeah.
Technically, because it was originally a Japanese or a Korean movie, right?
A lot of Clint Eastwood westerns are technically remakes of Japanese films.
Okay. So how about we like thin it out a little bit, and why don't we say just American remakes of American movies? Let's stick with that.
Okay.
So
Star is Born. That's true.
Hong Kong. Thank you, Carl. I appreciate it. A Star is Born, the remake was okay. Original and remake. Excellent. It
Just
was
okay. All
what? Which one did I say was okay?
Well, there's been a few of them. I should ask which one you think is just okay.
Which was the movie? I already forgot.
Star is Born.
Oh, I only saw the remake by Lady Gaga.
That was great.
Yeah, it was okay.
Okay does not mean great.
How about this? It was pretty good. How about if I say it that
Better.
way?
That's
was pretty
better.
good. You know what? It had a really great emotional ending. I thought the ending was really great and emotional.
Did you know that's the ending for all of them?
Yes.
Okay.
But I thought it was
didn't
better
know.
executed in the remake.
Okay. Give you that. Thank you.
They remade The Great Escape. They also remade The Magnificent Seven. I thought The Magnificent Seven remake was okay. I mean, you got to remember, here's the thing. When it comes to remakes, most of them, they really aren't as good. But that's because we grew up on the original. It's funny. So I've said this before, and I'll say it again. When Pam and I watched the remake to Roadhouse, and I said, now you got to watch the original. And she was like, well, to me, this is the original because I saw this first. So I was like, oh, yeah, when you say it like that. The Mummy remake was great. The Mummy remake was fantastic. True Lies. Okay.
I literally just thought of True Grit was remade.
Yeah, True Grit. They threw that out there. I thought it was good.
Oh yeah, the remake. Dude, it's a remake technically.
There you go.
Readaptation.
So Independence Day, I heard the requel. That's a requel, and that wasn't that good. Mark, Original Invasion, Body Snatchers, Far Superior, Scarface.
That's tough. 70s one's great.
Oh, the Dread remake. Absolutely. I don't know if you call it a remake or a reboot. I think that's more of a reboot. I actually had dinner with well, you know this. I had dinner with Carl Urban, and he was talking about, and I mentioned to him, he was surprised I knew. They wanted him to take, I can't wait for the Police Academy.
And by the way, Jewish Dragons, I love Spielberg's West Side Story.
It was
I
good.
love it.
It was good. 21 Jump Street. Okay, but that's TV to movies, so different mediums. But when I was having dinner with Carl Urban and we were talking about a few things, I said I was really happy to hear that he insisted on not taking the helmet off because they kept wanting him to take the helmet off because they wanted to show his face.
Right.
And he's like, Dredd has never taken the helmet off. I'm not taking the helmet off. And he stood his ground. So, let's see. And the remakes of all the 80s Sybil Danning Women in Prison. Battlestar Galactica TV show remake. I got to give it to you. That was better. That was better. The Office, we're trying to stick to U.S. We want to stick to U.S. and movies being remade.
Nosferatu.
I didn't see the remake. Let's see, Dredd only take the helmet off if his face is hidden. There you go. Let's see. What else? I never saw Total Recall remake because I didn't hear it was that good. Got to get a little laughter out of you to make you forget the loss. Thank you, Ruben. I appreciate that. Ghostbusters with the ladies. I heard that wasn't that good.
It was average.
It was average? Okay. Notice how no one said. Well, I said, are we going to talk about requels? Because Scream is a requel. I really am enjoying. I will say this: I enjoy Scream 5 and 6. I think if I were going to put the Scream movies in order, it would be number 1, the first Scream, just because it was the first one.
Mm-hmm.
Then 5 and 6 almost equal. Then I'll go back to number 4, and to me, number 2 and 3 are my lesser favorites. They were trying to just amp stuff. It felt like they were trying to amp stuff up, just to amp it up. How about this? I got one that I think is fantastic. The Planet of the Apes movies. Those 3 movies.
Yeah, they rock.
They were. Each one got better. All
it's
3
so
got
weird
better.
because like before the newest one came out, Kingdom, I'm like, I've never actually like sat and watched all these movies straight through. I watch them like I'm a Planet of the Apes fan. I never thought I'd say that. So.
Yeah. No, the 3.
But I also watched the original movies.
Right.
I went into the but like.
Did you ever watch the TV series?
I did not. That's the one. But I've seen all the original series and the newer series, and I'm like, these are good. These are good movies.
They are. The TV, fantastic. What was fantastic? Oh man, those 8 movies are my favorite. Yeah, the remake.
Little Shop technically a remake because it was a B movie first and then made into a musical, and then they made the movie musical.
The best part about that, as almost always, is Bill. Oh, what the hell is this?
All right, and Christmas Carol's been done a million times.
Yeah, you got to pick one. Fright Night was picked. Stop or My Mom Will Shoot was with the Oscars. You guys know how Stallone got on Stop or My Mom Will Shoot, right?
No.
Arnold Schwarzenegger saying he was trying out for the role, and he did it just to mess with Stallone.
Mm.
And Stallone went to go do it. Get Carter, Payback. I really enjoyed the remake of Payback. Have you seen Payback with Mel Gibson?
No.
Okay, there's 2 versions of it. Make sure, I can't remember. Just make sure you watch the in-theater version, not the worldwide version. Let's see. Planet of the Apes. Yep, we said that. Clash of the Titans. Was that the one with Mickey Rourke? I'm trying to remember. In the TV series of Planet of the Apes was on like Friday nights when I was a kid, and I had no life, so I stayed in and watched that and stuff like the Dukes of Hazzard and stuff. The Incredible Hulk, which my mom got mad at me because I cried because his girlfriend got killed, and she's like, "You're crying over that?"
Well, if somebody died, like.
Yeah. It's a little bit more entailed. I'll talk about that another day. Oh, that was Immortals? Okay. Yeah, that was freaky where he said where Mickey Rourke says to the one guy, "You're only coming to me for protection." And like he turned him into a eunuch the hard way, so to speak. La Banda, The Forbidden Dance. What did Jewish Dragons? The Man Who Knew Too Much. Worthington and Liam Neeson. Who were you watching on Dukes of Hazzard? Yeah, there you go. Oh God, Ruben. What was I talking? Oh, so anyway, there's one scene I'll always remember in Planet of the Apes, which was basically where the big thug head of the army, like the psychiatrist, like, we got to try brainwashing him. And like the thug is like, "Okay, let me go take care of it." She goes, "Do you know what brainwashing is?" And he goes, "Yeah, you open up his head, you take his brain, you wash it, you put it back in." Terrible lie, but it was great. Hey, Jay? Jay?
Yeah, I'm not sure what happened there.
Okay, that's weird. That's really weird. You didn't do that, right?
No.
Okay. All right, what movies had terrible sequels? We'll spend 2 minutes on this. What movies had terrible sequels?
You brought up The Mummy earlier. Wow, that first one really is fun. I didn't like the second one. I'm like, and you lost me. Like it.
Darkman wasn't a great movie, but it was secret Joker. Horrible Bosses. The original is so good, the sequel is so terrible.
I've only seen a part of the sequel, so I can't really comment.
Oh, save yourself the time. You've gone too far on bad new. The Punisher. The Punisher sequel was bad.
Guys, now we're on sequels. Now we're on bad sequels.
Yeah, we're on bad sequels. RoboCop 3.
I like Return of the Jedi. I don't think it's a bad movie.
I think most people love Return of the Jedi. Star Wars Empire Strikes Back, Return of the Jedi, right?
Mm-hmm.
Wow, I got it right. Grown Ups 2, yeah, not so good. Highlander 2. Every Highlander movie after the first one is bad. But Highlander 2 literally was trying to be a remake of the first Highlander. Blues Brothers 2000, Ghost Rider. Okay. All right, we got a good mix here. Yeah, Grown Ups 2, there was very little enjoyable about that movie. That was like, how many? Yeah, Superman 3 and 4, they just kept getting worse. Speed
Before the new one came out, I watched the first one and the second one, and I ignored those.
Which ones?
The Christopher Reeves movies. I just watched the first one and the second one.
Yeah, that's all you want to watch. Do you know that like half of the second movie was actually leftover film from the first movie?
I know that there's a Donner cut,
Yeah,
which I haven't seen, and there was this whole, there's alternate scenes. So I'm like, God, I want to find the Donner cut.
Yeah.
Because there's things I pick up, like, I enjoy most of the second one, but there's nitpicky things, and I'm just like, really?
yeah. The 2011 Conan the Barbarian is honestly one of the worst movies ever made. One of the single worst movies ever made. The first Bill and Ted is enough. Return of the Jedi was the start of the Star Wars movie decline. Wow. You know which Star Wars movie I enjoyed a whole lot? What was the standalone movie that came out around the time of the trilogy of the newest?
Rogue One.
Rogue One. That was great. That was out of this world.
A lot of people love Rogue One.
Yeah. Snow White. Which Snow White? There's plenty. Cars 2.
Cars 2 ain't that
Superman.
bad. I'm just saying.
It isn't that bad?
It's not. It's
Okay.
really not.
Superman 2, Alberto, if you were here, I would like give you a Three Stooges poke in the eyes. Psycho sequels, Distant Memory. Godfather 3 pales compared to 1 and 2. Everybody admitted they just did it for the money. Oh, God. Who's the actor who played Tom in The Godfather 1 and 2? Shoot. I can't remember. Tom Hagen. Who played Tom Hagen? On a lot of levels, Superman 2 was actually better than Superman 1.
I slightly disagree. I think the first one's better.
I said on a lot of levels. I didn't say fully. The first one had magic that'll never be repeated. The second one had things that you have never seen in a Superman movie since, like him becoming human, dealing with it, outsmarting Luthor, just a lot of cool stuff. Godfather 3 doesn't exist.
And like you, I agree. I think there's things they do better, but I think overall,
yeah.
Me and Alberto on the same page that the first one's the better one.
All I said was there are certain things on certain levels. That's all I said. There was a different pacing of the story and different things happen. And I will say the fact that, while some people, not me, I'm not smart enough, I'm not intelligent enough, while some people are good enough to be able to tell which part of Superman 2 was Donner and which part was the other director, I thought that they were cut together very well. Godfather 3, yeah. I mean, look, when you have two first cousins getting together, it's like, what are you doing? Blair Witch 2, Electric Boogaloo. All the Sharknado movies after the first, they're supposed to get worse, Alberto. That's the whole part of it. Wasn't like Mark Cuban the president in one of the Sharknado movies? Never Ended Story 2. First Blood, Second Blood. I'd
rather rewatch Alien 3 than Resurrection. So there you go.
I will say the Rocky movies after the third one started falling apart until they came back with Creed. There you go. All right, I never saw the remake of that. Think of what else. Oh wait, we're talking about sequels. I'm sorry. And then we jump back to remake. Do you know how Richard Donner got the gig for directing Superman.
I don't remember.
He had just done The Omen, I think, and he got
And I love The Omen.
a phone call, and the Salkins called him, and they offered him $1 million to direct Superman. He didn't want to do it. They're like, "How about if we pay you $1 million?" He's like, "Oh my God, I only got $100,000 for The Omen. I can get $1 million," and he did it. But the thing is like, the Star Trek movies got better after the first one. Yes, with the exception of, for the most part, the rules are the even ones were good, the odd ones not as good. And I don't know why that happened, but it happened. So every Mary Kate and Ashley movie after How the West was fun. Oh my God. Yeah. I still have to see the Fantastic Four. You liked it?
Oh, I thought it was great.
Which one was better, Fantastic Four or Superman?
That's tough. They're both good for different reasons. I think they both needed to do what they needed to do.
Yeah. Bethel just paid me $10. Star Trek 1 does get a little bit of a bad rap, and it was better than some of the other odd numbered ones.
Are you Alien or Aliens? There's a debate.
I'd have to watch them. I'm afraid that I'll have nightmares.
The first one's technically a horror movie, then the second one's an action movie.
The thing that really sucked about the acting was good in those movies. The thing that sucked was the whole switching in the second movie. The whole second movie was a remake of Star Trek II: Wrath of Khan.
I know. I mean,
and then
not a full remake, but
yeah, and then they just switched positions at the end. I mean, there was nothing. Listen, it was a good movie if you never saw the original. If you never saw the first Wrath of Khan, in my opinion, then those two movies work better. I do like the first movie.
Blade Runner 2049 is great. I don't care what Rex says.
The Last of Us 2. The Last of Us 2? I thought that was a TV series. Or does he mean season 2?
I guess season 2.
Okay. But yeah, I like the first one. The second one I felt was, look, it's the same with when he redid Star Wars. I mean, he just gender swapped. I mean, that's, in Star Trek he just swapped the heroes, and in Star Wars he just gender swapped. It's like, okay, great. You got a guy now being Princess Leia, and you got a girl now being Luke Skywalker. Ooh. So had a double feature that I missed. Oh wow. Hero Season 2. Man, that was a high watermark, Hero Season 1. A really high watermark. So, all right, let's go to Beetle Bailey and then Pebbles and Bam Bam, and we are done for the night. So what do we got on Beetle Bailey? So I think this is a copy and paste error, and I apologize. This is supposed to be $200. So, marching all week has us ill. We'd like a ride to Centerville, Beetle and Killer. Hop in, ride, Centerville. Honest, clean-cut GIs. It worked. Here we are in town, and look at the bus fare, I say this. Now, don't go getting a big head. Let's eat. Who's in director's jail? Cut and paste error, Marcus. Cut and paste error. Now, am I remembering correctly? Did J.J. Abrams have a hand in Regarding Henry, the Harrison Ford movie? Was he like involved as one of the writers? I'm trying to remember. All right, Last of the Mohicans. Let's go to Betty, Pebbles and Bam Bam. Four pages, $400. How many likes we got, Jay?
Just waiting for YouTube to refresh. YouTube, we have 55,
Okay.
and we have 7 on Facebook.
So 62. So we're a little far off to get to the 70. Not bad. 8 more likes, guys. Oh, he was a screenwriter. That was a good movie. I like that movie. Very well written. Thank you, guys. It was just something that was in the back of my mind. Yeah. Let's retcon those 3 Star Wars out of the mythos. All right, Jay, we're batting 1,000 tonight. I think everybody's waiting for Capcom this weekend, which I don't blame them. There's just too much art to look at this weekend. Now, I remember one thing when the movie Sabrina was coming out and Harrison Ford was being interviewed on Entertainment Tonight or something. And it's so weird. Like, you know, when they do these interviews, it's not just him, it's just like in general. And they say an actor or director or writer is infallible, that everything works, just as they say that next movie doesn't do as well. Because they were like, you know, you've never fallen out of fashion. And Harrison Ford was like, well, I was never in fashion. That's why I haven't fallen out. Kind of like saying the movies speak for themselves. Keeping our fruity pebbles dry. Cal and Ha has everyone in the tip. Never cared to see that one. It was well written. I will say that. Cal and Ha. Oh, got it. Cap Art Live and Heritage has everyone in the tip, but the next big thing is all the great pre-con OAX commissions. Yeah. All right, I'm going to try one thing to see if we get some sales. Jay, pop up each piece of art in the order that it was in, or the order that I did it in. So first the Union Jacks. Man, I still got the scar in my head. Damn. Free bid 11 cents. Jerry, still there?
Yeah, hold on just a second, Nick. I'm talking to Kyle.
Oh.
Okay, so not exactly sure what happened,
But
apparently it got fixed. So, Ruben, sorry about that, man. Not sure if it was. I don't know, man. YouTube's weird.
yeah, it is.
$57 and $9.
All right, we're almost there. We're at 66. Come on, guys. 4 more likes one way or another. Oh, your comments got deleted, Ruben. You actually, for some reason, YouTube popped up. Only we could see it that your comments were deleted, or at least I think only we could see it.
So
Wow.
here's the deal. All I can tell is that YouTube content moderation is YouTubing. So if you're commenting, I don't care how fun your comment is meant. If YouTube might take it the wrong direction, maybe don't do it.
That's
You know what I
weird.
mean? Like the AI is AIing real hard. And so there was one thing, that's one option. It could have been a timeout. It could have been a bump button. But I have added several people as approved users, including Ruben and several other people. So what I would just say is don't trust AI and keep your comments rated G or even more family friendly, just to make sure the AI doesn't have any reason to be a pain in the ass.
I think AI is number one, but I'm not going to show me holding up my middle finger to the AI.
That is the correct response.
YouTube keeps track of your karma. It was the Italian job comment. YouTube does crack on weekends.
Ruben's comment is the most true thing I've experienced all week. This has not been the only problem. And I was on a show with Blake from Blake's Buzz earlier this week where we had similar problems. So it's just one of those things. Like right now, they need to rein in their computers a little bit, and it's causing problems for everybody.
Well, it's cheaper to have AI and not pay people.
That is correct. So enjoy the rest of the show. I'm going to go back to watching Paul Walter Hauser on Celebrity Wheel of Fortune and thinking about the time I watched him put Danhausen through a table.
You know what I'm thinking of doing?
Having
AI do my shows for me. I bet you it won't yawn.
Well, I bet you it won't drink as much Snapple or Mexican Coke.
Yeah, that is true.
All right, have a good rest of the show, fellas.
Later. We can't use everyday common words. Gremlin in the gear. Hey, Gremlin 3. I'm looking forward to that. Anybody else looking forward to Gremlin 3? By the way,
Yes, very much so.
I finally saw the Twilight Zone with Captain Kirk with the Gremlin on the airplane. That was pretty sick.
Yeah, that's a good one.
AI,
That's a good one.
AI Nick would still be 30 nanoseconds late. All right, let's go down the list. Let's see what we can do. I know everybody's waiting for Capcom Live, but I'll throw out a few things. All right, so let's start with Union Jack. I actually have never seen the Twilight movies. Should I? Is he good looking in there? So I haven't seen the Batman. All right, I'm going to drop this to 250 right now. If you're watching live, Nightmare at 30,000 feet, yes. 250 right now while we're live. So, yeah, Barlord, for some reason I have no desire to go crazy. Although I do like chick flicks. All right, so let's go to the next one. I'm going to drop this to 350. I will watch it one day. It's a long movie. It's long movies. I want to actually be able to sit. Yeah, Top Gun 2 was a good sequel. When it's a long movie, I want to be able to actually enjoy it. We want to talk about spoof movies. How about Hot Shots Part 2? Part 2. Claim the $250 one. You got it, Marcelo. All right, so I dropped this one to 350. All right. This one was the 250, right, Jay?
The page number 3, page 16.
Okay. Congrats, Marcelo. This is a good one. All right, let's move on to the Uncanny Avengers number 4, page 4. Let's drop this to 750. So I'll drop it another $100 to 750. It's a great page. Really love the way he draws Red Skull. It's funny that they called him a Red Skull when he was a Nazi, but the Red Skull is more like, red communist. So back in the early 40s. All right, let's go to the page 20. Helicopter blade decapitated Vic Morrow and 2 Vietnamese extra kills.
Yes, Marcus. All right, I'm sorry, Ruben. Yes, Ruben.
All right, I think it's dropping it a lot. Let's drop it to 1750. Ugh. That is tragic. Are we talking about good spoofs? Shaun of the Dead. You know what? Shaun of the Dead is fantastic. Shaun of the Dead is brilliant. I will call that a brilliant movie. That and Hot Fuzz are two of the best movies. I actually didn't like the one at the end of the world, like the final one. I was like, I love Pierce Brosnan too, but it just didn't do it for me. Which is funny. 2 out of 3 of those movies, because they're supposed to be some kind of trilogy, Jay. 2 of them had James Bond villains, James Bond actors. You had Dalton, not Dalton. Is it Dalton?
Yeah, Timothy Dalton.
Yeah, Timothy Dalton and Pierce Brosnan. And
it was called the Three Flavors Cornetto trilogy.
That's it. And I was never as crazy about the third one. What about you? Where do you rank them?
Oh, mine goes Shaun of the Dead, Hot Fuzz, and World's End. World's End is okay, but it's not as good as the other two.
You know what? That's exactly my list. Shaun of the Dead, Hot Fuzz, World's End. Dinners. Oh, you mean Sinners? I think you mean Sinners, right, Carl? Yeah. Hey, Weird Dopes podcast. Ilya, those are 2 good pieces. Was it Ilya or Peter who said that they were tempted? All right, let's go. Let's go to the Lone Ranger. All right, I'm going to blockbuster this one. Yeah, I do prefer Dinners. Sinners was not only great because it made big money due to having such a small budget, but it had one of the smallest drop-offs from weekend to weekend in Hollywood history, period. Both have stakes, and Nick's all about it. Thank you, Thor Marine. That is good. All right, what's the Lone Ranger at?
4,000.
All right, knock 500 off, 3,500. And this is a damn good Cassaday cover. Oh, was it 90 million? I didn't even realize it was that much. The big thing about that movie is the drop was minimal. Absolutely minimal. Great actors in it too. I did not hear that it reopened for Halloween. You know what remake that I thought was not that good? Like it was okay but not great. The Naked Gun. Wasn't as crazy about it.
Hadn't seen that one yet, but I was a big Leslie Nielsen fan.
Yeah. Well, that's why they had to get Leslie
Liam Neeson.
Yeah.
Liam Neeson.
They had to get the L and the N. Okay, that's a bad joke. All right. Let's see. We just did all of the Cassadays. Let's go to Beetle Bailey. I'm just going to drop it to $100. It was enjoyable. Just, did you see the originals? I mean, you're not as old as me. You're nowhere near as old as me. So maybe you never saw the originals. All right. $100 for Beetle Bailey. I just watched Nicky Gunn for. Well, wait a minute. Are the first one or the remake? The Leslie. Oh my god! I can't believe I'm getting their names confused.
Leslie Nielsen is the originals. Liam
the Leslie
Neeson is the
Nielsen
new
one or the Liam Neeson one? Ruben. Oh, really? Those were good. Nobody should be surprised. Pam Anderson's funny. Oh, she was the best part of the movie. She absolutely was the best part of the movie. Naked Gun was Police Squad. All right, last but not least, Pebbles, Bam Bam. Whoever has the 5th page. What did I have this at, Jay? 400? Drop it to 300. 4 sequential pages. 5th page of the story is missing. Dragnet, wasn't that the Tom Hanks Dan Aykroyd movie?
Yes.
Yeah, that was terrible. The only thing that was almost remotely funny about that was when Dan Aykroyd busts in and Tom Hanks says, "Thank God it's Friday." Dragnet was horrible. I think there was a little bit of a mix-up between Dragnet and Police Squad. Show the $750 page again. Sure. Jay, can you show the Avengers number 4, page 4, please? And Ilya, I don't think you were here, but I showed up like a half hour late. That's how backed up I am. I'm still looking for everything for you. So, was Police Squad a comedy? Yes, it was. Where are we at on the lights, Jay?
We have 58 on YouTube and still 9 on Facebook. So
67.
Yep.
Dragnet was intended to be a parody. Absolutely, TJ. I just didn't find it to be a good parody. That's the one thing I'm saying. I mean, this is when Tom Hanks was only doing comedy. He still had not done anything serious, if I remember correctly. So it just fell short, in my opinion.
Unknown. The thing is, it wasn't a parody of the show, but the movie itself is a parody movie.
Yeah. Do we count stupid movies that were remakes of TV shows as bad sequels? 21. Well, I thought 21 Jump Street was fun. Miami Vice was not that good. I didn't see the Baywatch movie. Starsky and Hutch. Do it. Do it. Do it. Give him the keys. Do it. Wasn't bad. Let's see. Michael Patrick Sullivan did like both. That's cool. Dukes of Hazzard. Oh my God. Who played Daisy Duke in Dukes of Hazzard? Was it
Jessica Simpson?
Yeah, I was going to say the singer who thought buffalo wings were made out of real buffaloes.
Is it chicken or fish?
Oh my God. The original, yeah. Oh my God. Catherine Bach was so hot. 6-year-old me was in love with her. Dude, when did you start liking women as a kid? Like, when did you first realize you liked women?
Well, I'm gonna go ahead and say it. It was Daisy. Dukes of Hazzard was one of my favorite shows as a kid. I never missed it.
Yeah, Daisy Duke, Wonder Woman. Believe it or not, you're gonna love this. What was the TV show with Bob Barker?
TV show with Bob Barker.
Yeah, you spin the wheel.
Oh, Price is Right.
Yeah, the women there. Oh my God, they were beautiful when I was a kid. I had a crush on my mom's friend's wife when I was like 5 or 6 or 7 years old. Julie Newmar, Catwoman, yeah, that would. I was a little bit more of a Batgirl fan, actually.
Yvonne Craig.
Yeah, Alyssa Milano. You and my brother would get along on that. She was too young for me when that show came out. Oh, Olivia Newton-John in Grease. Oh, absolutely. Especially at the end. Oh, my God. Jane Seymour Serena that didn't do it for me. Stacy's mom. Who's Stacy's mom, Jay?
I don't know, but I heard she's got it going on.
Oh, you know what? We talked about this. Facts of life. We said, did you like Blair or Joey more? I ended up being a Joey guy. You sent me an email. All right, Ilya, sounds good.
B. Arthur and Maud.
Different strokes for different folks, Thorvarine. But yeah, I was totally a Joey guy. That sounds so bad. Something about her, though. She was just cool.
Joey over Blair all day.
Yeah. Tanya Roberts is Sheena. I didn't see it, so I can't when I was younger. So Connie Selica, yes. Connie Selica. And wasn't she also on, who was on Silver Spoons?
Oh my goodness, because she was also in wasn't she also in Erin Gray?
Yes. Man, I had the biggest crush on Erin Gray. Natalie was the hottest. Adrian Bardo. Streets of Fire was a fun movie. Morgan Fairchild. Oh my God, did I have a crush on her when I was younger? Heather Thomason, Fall Guy. Not one that I was like, oh my God. Yeah, Buck Rogers. Oh boy. I don't even remember the rest of what that little bugger said. Barbara Feldon. Who's that? Who's Barbara Feldon?
I am not sure.
Oh, Granny from Beverly Hillbillies. Sorry, none of the Beverly Hillbillies did it for me. The daughter was cute, but she didn't fully do it for me.
Get Smart.
Yes, Agent 99. I would say that. I would absolutely say Agent 99. Linda Carter, she was in my first two that I mentioned. So.
And big props to Alberto for mentioning V.
I know, right? Mia Sarv. By the time I saw Ferris Bueller's Day Off, I was like Jacqueline Smith. Yes, Ilya. Oh my God. I would watch Charlie's Angels just for Jacqueline Smith. Yeah, I'm talking about like when.
You need me for much longer?
Nah. Yeah, you can call it night. Have a great weekend. Was there anything you needed me to take care of? You can leave the door open.
I don't think so.
All right, and then have a great weekend. Jacqueline Smith was, I was going to say the brunette. She was the brunette with the long hair. The girls on Hee Haw and Benny Hill. You know, Connie Selica, yeah. Sigourney Weaver, didn't. Yeah, I'm thinking more like when I'm 5 to 10 years old, which is weird that I'm thinking that far back. Suzanne Summers, she didn't do it as much for me. The replacement for Suzanne Summers did more, I found more attractive. Raquel Welch. Kelly McGillis in Top Gun and Witness. Yeah, but by that point, I was 16 years old. But again, you know, obviously, I don't know how old everybody here is.
And James Poe, I got to say, Raquel Welch was beautiful till the day she passed.
Yeah.
Like in her 70s. And yeah.
Did you ever see the movie The Cincinnati Kid?
No, I haven't.
Oh my God, that is one of the best movies in the world. And you had what's the redheaded's name? You had Tuesday Weld and God, the redheaded actress. I can't believe I can't remember her name. No, I liked Lonnie Anderson more on WKRP. That one I liked Lonnie Anderson more. Jan Smithers, Jane Seymour in Live and Let Die. Can't believe I can't remember her name.
Was it
You
Anne
know-
Margaret?
Anne Margaret, yeah. Anne Margaret and Tuesday Weld. Oh my God, the two of them. Marge Simpson. Helen Mirren. I mean, it's amazing how stunning she still looks. I mean, wow. Thank you, Jeff Wedding. Yep, Anne Margaret. All right, so I'll ask this one question. Who here has seen The Cincinnati Kid? It is honestly Steve McQueen, Anne Margaret, Tuesday Weld, the guy from the American Express commercials and Streets of San Francisco, Carl something, and of course, the man, the myth, the legend, the original Scarface, Little Caesar. And I can't believe I forgot his name now. Good night. Carl Malden. Okay, cool. You're good, kid, but as long as I'm around, you'll always be second best. May as well learn to live with that. Edward G. Robinson. Thank you, Steve. Literally, I popped up to say it just as you said it. Oh my God, dude! I mean, if you like, it's more than a poker movie. It's got a lot of tension, and the last 5 minutes are so awesome. The Hunter was a fun watch. All right, everybody. It's Friday night. Thank you for being here. You can be doing anything. The fact that you're here means the world to me. Oh my God, Cindy Crawford. Yeah, that Pepsi commercial. I will say this. That Cindy Crawford commercial is, in my mind, the best Super Bowl commercial of all time. The single best Super Bowl commercial of all time. There is no Super Bowl commercial that comes close to it because of her. And when was the last time we actually talked about a Super Bowl commercial like that? You know? I was a ginger guy. On that one, I was a ginger guy. Would you say, Jay?
So that's true. And also, folks, 2 more likes to 70. Just throwing that out there.
Nice. Let's see. Kelly LeBrock was hot. Wasn't she in one of the Steven Seagal movies?
Hard to Kill, I think.
Yeah. I enjoyed the wardrobe malfunction count. Yeah, that is a commercial in a way. Thank you, Eddie Von B. What were we talking about before I got interrupted? Before I interrupted myself?
I think you were talking about Steven Seagal movies.
Yeah, I really enjoyed most of those.
Oh yeah.
I never saw the one with the gas line in Alaska, and I didn't see Under Siege 2. But the first Under Siege was really good. I actually just watched it again a couple of weeks ago. He wasn't bad in some of these movies.
I want to say Erica Elianick.
Yeah, she was hot.
Yeah, she was in that first one.
Yeah. Private, you got shit for brains. That's gunshots. They told me you were a trickster. Those are party favors. I know gunshots when I hear them. After the movie with Kurt Russell, they went downhill. I think they started going downhill before the Kurt Russell movie. That was a great movie too. Man, people in the theaters cheered when he got killed. Jamie Lee Curtis was hot in True Lies, Gil. I agree with you. Her triple fantastics. Undramatic reading time? All right, undramatic reading time. All right, let's try it. Hi, Bam Bam. Fabian. All right, put up the Pebbles and Bam Bams. If we're going to do undramatic reading, we'll do this. Teenage Pebbles and Bam Bam in Fishing is for the Birds. Hi, Bam Bam. Fabian and I are bird watching. Want to join us? No, thanks. I'm going fishing. Ta-ta, old boy. Afraid you learned something? I don't spy on birds. It's not polite. Lop. Stupid bird. Watch what you're doing. Whee! See, Bam Bam? You're bird watching. Phooey. Grumble, grumble. Now for some nice, quiet fishing. What are you doing? People watching. Oh, boy. This is a big one. Whoops. Shall we dine? Be my guest. Stop, thieves. Drop those fish. Pay him no heed. He sure is uncouth. Robbers, thieves. Yum. I do love fresh fish. And sorry, part 5 is missing. That was the best bird noise ever. All right, so guys, thank you for being here. Again, it's Friday night. You can be doing anything. I'm glad you're here. Please leave a comment after the show. It helps the algorithm a little bit. Tonight at 9, you've got 2 tabs to open. One, you got Bill on Comic Art Live, and you've got Nancy McCann, Comics Unlimited. Have both tabs open, okay? Tomorrow, hopefully you're a Premier member, okay? Comic Art Live is live tomorrow starting at 11 a.m., if not 1 p.m. And there is going to be so much beautiful artwork. Tomorrow night at 9, then Jiggy Next Comics will be on with Bill. But the whole weekend will have content. They'll have interviews, panels. I think there's going to be a claim show with Anthony. It'll be fun. Then I think at 8 or 9 o'clock Sunday night, Bill will do a recap. And then we've got Ruben the Collector at 8 o'clock on Sunday. Comic Art Hangout. And let's see. Of course, buddy. Looks like Mickey with you. Let's see. Monday at 5, Miss Jen may have an interview show. 6 o'clock, Comic Collectibles with Rex and John. 11 o'clock, Best Coast Comics. Tuesday at 7, Minute to Skim It with Miss Jen and sometimes Shanice. 8 o'clock, Miss Jen's got Tomorrow's Comics Tuesday. And no, actually before that is Wonderland Comics. It's more of a talk show now. And
yeah, that's at 5 Eastern, 4 Central.
Jay, you know what? You should do this.
Yeah, let me do Tuesday. Let me do Tuesday for you. So 5 Eastern, 4 Central, we're going to have Writers versus Artists with Rich and Les Garner.
Hold on one second. Strange Rue, I do have it. Strange Rue was asking whether or not I have the Spawn 362. Fill out the form and ask me via there. Go ahead, Jay.
Then at 7 Eastern, 6 Central, we start our 3-hour block with Miss Jen with Minute to Skim It. Then at 8 Eastern, 7 Central, it's Tomorrow's Books Tuesday, I think is what the show's called.
Yeah, Tomorrow's Books Tuesday.
And then Henri's going to be on break for just a little bit longer. So there's going to be a producer's live show in his spot at 10 Eastern, 9 Central.
There we go. So Wednesday at 7, Comic Collectibles with Rex. 8 o'clock, Hump Day Heroes. Thursday and Tuesdays at 1 we have a show, right?
Oh, that's right. Thank you. I forgot that one. Comic Industry Insiders at 2 Eastern, 1 Central.
Yeah. So then Thursday you've got What's in the Box with Miss Jen at 7, 8:30 Comic Geek Speak, 9 o'clock obviously Comic Art Live. You can have two tabs open. 10 o'clock Mog Park. Friday at 1 you have what do we have Friday at 1? We have the FOC show, and then 7 o'clock I'm back, like it or not. Everybody, thank you for being here. Hug your loved ones. You never know. Be kind to each other. Let's make the world a little bit of a better place every day. I love you all. And Jay, take us away.